Test. Cool. Hear me? How's everybody doing? Good? Good? Okay. My name is Eddie. I graduated here last May. I'm about to spit some poetry for y'all real quick. This piece is called The Truth Is, and it's kind of like a cultural identity check for me. So I hope you guys enjoy. Wake myself up. It was a cold January day, and I remember how cold it was because I was standing, waiting for the shuttle to take me to the metro. And as I am waiting, I am met by an older lady who gave me a stare as cold as the winter breeze we were standing in. I looked at her, she looked at me, I looked at her again. I say, "How are you?" She says, "I'm fine." An awkward hush falls over our conversation, but I hear her part her lips and say, "Where are you from?" I pause because I'm thinking somehow this conversation will lead to an offense. But I say, "I'm from Baltimore." She says, "Really? I thought you were African." I say, "Ma'am, I get that a lot, but the truth is I'm not African." She pauses. She looks at me like she's seen a ghost, like she's staring past my flesh and into the depths of my heart. She's looking at me like a mother looks at her child when she knows her child is lying. The truth is, she was looking at a young man who was struggling with his cultural identity. You see, my label has always been Black or African American, or at least that's the bubble that I filled out on every job application or survey I've ever had. The truth is, I've never been deemed Black enough by my culture. Maybe it's my education. Maybe it was my choice of words. Maybe it was my lifestyle or my lack of enthusiasm for the combination of fried chicken and watermelon, because I just don't like it. So they took away my Black card and declined it, so I decided to take out my American Express, had the words, "I'm proud to be an American" across my chest. Yes, I wanted to be an American. Somehow I thought it was like pride to be an American, but then I realized that my country ain't so proud of me. They would rather see me hanging, lynched from a tree. You see, if you haven't noticed, I'm a Black body. And Black bodies seem disposable nowadays. It seems like my sun-baked complexion resembles American soil all too well, because when you see our faces, you either see our faces to the ground or our bodies engraved. So for me to identify as American and Black somehow means I identify as slave, so I try African. And I must admit, this culture felt like home, felt like native, felt like Sunday worship after a week of sorrows. When I hear those Afro beats pulsing through my blood, my whole body feels like an involuntary muscle, unable to control what goes on the outside or the inside. The food is oh so native, like a language. And I feel so comfortable here, like my feet belong in this atmosphere. But to be truthful, I never felt as comfortable calling myself an African because I don't know where my ancestry leads. I don't know whose blood I bleed. So therefore, I wouldn't be claiming a culture if I don't feel stable, because some people will invite you into their culture but won't even give you a seat at their table. So I told myself I wouldn't be or claim a culture if I didn't feel comfortable in my own skin. I didn't want to be boxed culturally. So for that lady, I never knew who she was, but somehow she knew me and my story. She said, "Baby, the next time I see you, you better know where you're from." I said, "Yes, ma'am." I still don't know where I'm from, but I pray that that lady never finds out.
Woo!